All right, welcome everybody. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get in. We are playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire once again today. Hopefully you all are doing all right. If you're watching the replay, I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes to get into the stream. I think we're live here. All right, everybody's getting in. I got oh yeah, and yeah, you were the first. Oh yeah. I'm just setting up a few settings here as everybody gets in. All right, we've got a lot of people joining, including some mods. We've got Marble Sky. We've got Verena. Nice to see you, who I believe is an educator. Santi's here. John Smith is here. Welcome back again. John Smith's played with us here a few times. Santi, I already said that name. Bipolit has played several times. Miss T, mod, welcome. Krabby Diamond Traps await. I'll give everybody just a few minutes. I know there's a little bit of lag here. We got Evan Rossman. We've got Michael Larson. We've got Emma Kiley, Anna Waymeyer, channel member. Elizabeth Holthouse. Danger Dave is back. Good to see you, Danger Dave. PYT Carly. Fake Mustache. Hello. Rowan, the mod. Flying Car is here. A big fan of the channel. Zach TG has been watching the channel for a long time. Hello, PYT Carly. Good to see you. Verena, English teacher. Okay, very good. I wasn't sure which subject it was, but I knew you were an educator. Miguel Gonzalez, a junior gaming channel, is here. So I'm going to give everybody just a minute, and then I'm going to start our first attempt at winning the million. If you were with us, I think it was 2 or 3, I almost said years, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we played this, or I played this, and you all played along with me. So I guess, is appropriate. We played this and didn't quite make it. I don't think we got that close. Those of you who are with me on the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader live stream, this is much, much, much harder. But it's a nostalgic show for me because I remember watching the original with Regis Philbin back in the day. So I'm going to read a few more chat messages, and then we'll jump right into the game. I noticed, and several of you pointed out, that you have different versions of the game that you can play. So it may be that we start with the US version, and maybe we play the UK version. I think someone suggested that. That'd be interesting. So I'm seeing everybody joining. Got a few people still joining. Elizabeth Holthouse is asking me if I've ever played GeoGuessr. I don't know what that is because I've never played it, but sounds interesting. Everybody's saying hello. I'll read a few chat messages and then we'll play the game, okay? So a few more people. The Real Fan 1, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Krabby, yeah, and Krabby, his full name is Krabby Diamond Traps await, says just Krabby, and it's my first time in a stream. And there's some new names this time. I know a lot of you all have been joining us every time, but there's some new people as well. Welcome, Krabby. The way it works is you play the game with us, and you'll see what I mean. I hope you enjoy playing along with me. Bipolit says, I may not be an educator, but I'm always happy to accrue knowledge. And I have Wikipedia on my phone. Yeah, Wikipedia comes in handy. Although I don't look up the answers while I'm playing. Blueberry Boy's here, a huge fan of the channel. By the way, Blueberry Boy, I still have that artwork that you made for the 10,000 views. I really, really like that. I just wanted to say thank you for doing that. The Nick 6 Network, school off today, he asks. Yeah, many schools are out today, including my own, President's Day, national holiday. So yes. Anna says you should definitely do a round where you use chat help to help see how far we can all get together. Yeah, that's kind of the way I've been treating the phone a friend in the show. You phone a friend. And instead of doing that, I just turn straight to you guys and see if you can help me, because you do get a few cheats in there. Let's see. Danger Dave asks, are there any other games you've considered live streaming? Yeah, I'm open to suggestions. Someone said Family Feud. I'm very open to suggestions. I just I think this is maybe the third stream I've done, third or fourth. So if you have a suggestion for me, just let me know while we're doing the stream. Okay. Yeah, Rowan, it's Regis Philbin, or Philbin. Maybe I'm saying his name wrong, but I do remember him. I miss him back from when he did the original show. Okay, so y'all are telling me about GeoGuessr. Elizabeth Holthouse says GeoGuessr is a browser-based geometry game in which players must deduce locations from the Google. Okay, so you just look at a Google Street View and try to figure out what it is. I've heard of that. I did not know what the name of it was. GeoGuessr. That does sound fun. Maybe we can do that another stream. And Flying Car says GeoGuessr's fun game. El Retro Datos. Nice to see you here, by the way. GeoGuessr is really good. Okay. So I'll check the chat every once in a while. In the meantime, let's play some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's why we're here, right? So let me click US. All right. Here we go. I'm going to adjust the volume a little bit on my headset. And you all let me know if it's too loud. I can adjust it a little bit from here in the stream settings. All right. Yes, let's do it. Okay. So let's go ahead and start a new game. And I know you can play around with the types of questions that are asked, but let's go ahead and do it. We're going to do solo mode. Normal or easy? I think we did normal last time. Y'all want to try easy or just go normal again? What y'all think? I'll give y'all a minute. I'll read a few more chat messages while y'all make this choice. I like to give y'all the choices so y'all can really interact and be a part of the stream. We did normal last time. I don't think we did easy at all, and we sort of crashed and burned. I'm happy with either one. I don't think we got past the like 32 or maybe 64,000. I think is the highest that we got the last couple of times. All right, so I'm seeing you guys weigh in. Easy, 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 normal, easy, easy. I tell you what, let's do easy the first time, and if we just ace it, if it's too easy, then we can go back and do normal, okay? So let's do easy. I see most of you all are saying easy. All right, yeah, this was the guy I played as the first time. I think I played 3 games last time, and the first time and the third time I was this guy. You don't get many choices. So I'm going to go ahead and select this guy. All right. And the volume okay? Let me know if the volume needs to be adjusted as far as can you hear my voice and can you hear the game itself. All right. Let's keep going. All right. I love this music. I think I shared with you all when I watched the original, I would always get psyched up when I would hear this intro come on. All right, here we go. I wish they had Regis on here as the host. They just have some generic guy.
You picked a great day to join us on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
All right. All right, y'all are saying the volume is good. I kept the same settings as last time.
I'm going to manage
after
these questions like I manage my business.
Okay.
Like a boss.
Are you ready? Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
This guy's so annoying. All right, let's do it.
Well, you know the money ladder. 15 questions, and at the top, the million.
Yep. I don't think we got past 32 or 64
to help
last
you,
time.
we have 4 lifelines at your disposal. Phone a friend, the 50-50, ask the audience, and switch the question.
Yep. All right, I'm going to skip to the first one. All right, and I always love the first 5 questions that have this, if you hear the music here. And the D letter the D letter answer would always be totally, completely ridiculous. So, all right, let's breeze through this part, or see if I can do it. What are the little characters who do everything for Gru and Despicable Me? Those are minions. We got trolls, mediums, do-alls, or minions. It's minions. And right after I said that about letter D, that's actually the correct answer.
And Massimo chooses D.
You had to.
All right,
that's
the answer. Y'all get it?
Nice answer.
Yep. Y'all got it.
A brilliantly executed success.
This guy's so annoying. Yep. So I'm going to breeze through the first few, and then we'll get a bit more interactive after this. But y'all do chime in. I see you all chimed in on the first one. Who was the first man on the moon? Look at these answers. So you've got Neil Armstrong, which, you know, he was the famous one because he was first. You also had Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and then I can't remember. I'm embarrassed. I can't remember the third guy that was in the spacecraft that didn't actually go on the moon. I don't think he did. But yes, it's Neil Armstrong. Buzz Lightyear, Sailor Moon. That's just hilarious. Y'all are saying A. That is the correct answer. Let's do it.
Yes, that's it.
Final?
All right, and I'm going to skip their little banter here.
That is the right answer.
All right,
I
congrats.
believed it to the end.
Larry Jester
Did a
said
good
Bugs
job.
Bunny.
So
yeah,
let's
not
move
quite.
on to a whole new question.
All right, which of these is not a step in the water cycle? Condensation, evaporation, yep, precipitation, weightlessness. I don't think weightlessness is a part of the water cycle. The other three most definitely are. Let's breeze through
I'm going
this.
to choose
And I'll
D.
slow down in a minute once we get past the first
That is correct.
5. All right,
I took the time to think, and it paid off.
let's keep going.
New question coming up.
All
Good
right.
luck to
Yep,
you.
you all got it? All right. Which barbarian tribe from the Central Asia invaded the Roman province of Gaul but was eventually pushed back? Okay. What? All right, so it's the Huns. And I was thinking, oh, that's a hard question because there were a bunch of wars between the Roman Empire and different barbarian tribes. But 451, yeah, that's the Huns. And none of these exist. The others, the Hands, the Uns, the first 5 questions are just plain silly. So, yes, it's B, the Huns. Final
I'm
answer.
gonna say
Let's skip
B.
their little
Is
banter.
that your You figured
All right.
it out perfectly. Trust yourself and your
All right, is this the
acquaintances
last
for
easy
this
one?
New question.
That'd be lava or ash, gases, gemstones, fire, water. What comes out of a volcano? Gases? Yeah. Gemstones? No. Fire? I mean, I guess. Water? I don't think so. Volcanic gases and fire. What y'all think? Which one is it? I mean, I don't know a whole lot about volcanoes. I was thinking lava, actually. You guys are saying fire. I mean, makes sense. But I know there are gases. There are gases also, but volcanic gases, volcanic. Y'all are saying gemstones. Okay, let's say fire. I
Let's
sort
go
of
for
cheated on
C.
that one, but I
Are
want to
you absolutely sure? Is that your
get
final
past these
answer?
first ones. All right.
Well, unfortunately, this is the wrong answer.
You guys.
It's the
Okay, I
end
don't
for
feel
you.
so bad. I was actually
Oh,
going to
well.
say gases, but I
really
felt
didn't see that one coming.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
All
It
right,
was
I'm
a
going to skip
pleasure.
their banter. All right, I'm going to pause it. I can't pause it. We're going to have to start over. That's okay. But I look over at the chat. I should have just chose A. But I wish I could turn this music off for a minute. I can. All right. So the music should be off for you guys. So I look over at the chat and I see you guys saying, "Oh, it's C, dude. It's C. It's C." Okay, well, let's start over. Let's All right, sorry about that, you all. I didn't have audio for a minute there. Like I said, this is only my third or fourth stream. All right, so we're back. Sorry about that, about the muting business. But we'll start over here. I know a lot of you guys, we're both kind of torn between A and C on that one. All right, I think I'm going to let the chat catch up for just a minute. So sorry about that. So I think we're good now. Let's consider that kind of a mulligan, and we'll continue on with the game. So this is a new game, easy. Hopefully we'll make it past the first 5 this time. Let's start. So this is the first question, and we'll see if we can't just breeze through the first 5. Usually we're able to do that. So singing without an instrument is called a cappella. That is letter D.
I'm choosing
That's
D.
going to be the answer. I don't know what any of these others are called.
Of course.
Yep, that's the answer. Did you all get it?
I believed
Yep.
it to the end.
Miss T got it. Rowan got it. Elizabeth got it. Lanster got it.
Our team of editors
All right.
offers you a new question.
That's Daisy Duck, who's the girlfriend of Disney's Donald Duck. Not Minnie, not Clarabelle, and not Fifi. I don't know who Fifi is. Minnie and Clarabelle are at least other Disney characters. So this is going to be Daisy Duck.
Let's go for C.
Let's make that the final
Is that
answer.
your final answer?
Final answer.
That will be my final answer.
Yep.
That's what
All right.
we were looking for.
You guys got it as well.
A meticulous,
Stephen
well-executed
Turquoise says he's been keeping
Your
track
new
of all
question
of
is ready.
Gordy's
Good luck.
potential firings from Ned's Declassified, and he says he has 64. That's pretty impressive that you kept up with that, Stephen. Most of you all got that one right. I see your answers. Once we get past the first 5, I'll slow down a bit, and we'll start recognizing you guys that get these right. I thought these would be so easy that we'd just breeze through them. All right, I'll quit yapping here. What brings blood to the heart? That would be veins, and the other ones don't even make sense. They don't even have arteries in there, which would be a little bit harder question. I remember learning in science class, arteries start with the letter A, like the word away, like it brings it away from the heart. Veins bring blood to the heart, but arteries isn't even an option here. It's not nerves, it's not intestines, it's not kidneys, it's veins. So
My gut says
Here we
that
go.
it's C.
his gut
Okay,
says it's C.
You seem to be
All right, let's
Of
skip their
course.
banter. All right,
I believed it to the end. I did a good job.
this guy needs to just be quiet.
Let's go for this new eliminatory question.
Eliminatory. He can't fly. Dumbo's problem is he can't fly. Nope, it must be D. Oh, no. No, he does fly, right? That's the whole thing with Dumbo. I'm not a Dumbo expert. So his problem is his ears are too big? His trunk is too big? I don't even know. See, I'm not going to blow it again. And I don't feel bad about cheating on these easy ones. What do you guys think it is? All I know about Dumbo, very early Disney character, he does fly, right? That's the whole thing about Dumbo, a flying elephant. And I'm guessing one of these is his issue. All right, big ears. It's his ears. Zach TG says his ears. Miss T says ears. Brian Hicks, ears. Everybody's saying ears, including Flying Car, Oh Yeah, Larry Jester, Anna Waymeyer, hockey fans. Thanks for joining us, by the way. I'm going to say that his ears are too big.
I have a good hunch that it's
Are
C.
you guys right?
So this is your... That is
Yep.
correct.
Thank you very much. All right.
A meticulous, well-executed job.
That's so annoying. All right, I think this is the last
Are
one,
you
maybe,
ready for this new question?
of the first set. The Mona Lisa is in the Louvre in Paris. Yep, there it is. Letter A. I'm almost positive. The Louvre is kind of known for that, among many other things. I've never been there myself, but it should be the Louvre Museum in Paris, I believe.
And
do it.
let's go for A.
I know you are waiting. This money
Yep.
is safe now.
All right.
Thanks for the threshold.
So we're finally through the first 5. I'll slow down for these next ones because they do get a lot harder.
It's time to move on to a new question.
Okay. So I'm gonna now that I'm getting a little better with the audio here, I'm gonna turn my computer audio off and just go back. I'm looking back at you guys' answers. You guys got most of you all, I'll say, got those. On that final question, we had Marble Sky, Adam Handley, Natster, the Real Fan 1 got it right. Some of you all were saying D. I'm not sure what D was, but yeah, it's the Louvre. Santee says, love your SpongeBob reactions. By the way, they're my favorite. Natster says, you said you never went to Paris, but have you ever been to Europe in general? Yeah, I have, 2 times. So I went in 2005 to Hungary, of all places, to perform at a university there. Our university had a special partnership with the Liszt Academy of Music in Budapest, Hungary, and I actually got to do a performance there with a couple of my colleagues. It was really special. We also performed at the U.S. ambassador to Hungary's residence. That was really, really cool. And then I went again in 2018 to Germany with a group of other administrators from across the U.S. We went there for a week and learned about the German education system. It was a special conference that we went to. Didn't have to pay for it at all both times. It was totally free. And we went to this conference. Mark Zuckerberg's sister, I think, spoke there. That was pretty interesting. Also, the person who created the Disney character, the Beast, was there and did some live drawings as he talked about his topic. That was really, really cool. But those are my only 2 European experiences. Never been to the Louvre at all. All right. So, let's see. Just looking at some chat messages. Verena says she taught in Hungary last year. That's really cool. I only went for a week, and it was literally 20 years ago now. But I also enjoyed it. I remember eating the goulash, authentic goulash, which was very, very good. It's like a spicy beef stew, basically. It was really nice for me as well, Verena. All right, so I'm going to, again, stop yapping and get back to the game. So I'm going to turn the desktop audio back on. You should be able to hear the game music now. All right, let's do it. So we're past the $1,000 mark. I'm probably going to need more help. And I see this is a sports question. So I think some of you all said that you can adjust the topics that the game asks about. I'm really bad with sports. I just am. Like, sports history, I'm just not going to be good at that. Also, literature, I'm not great at either. So for which of these teams did Paul Pierce never play? I do not know the answer to that. For this one, do you guys know it? I'm just gonna rely on you guys for this one. So I see you all talking about it. Marble Sky says, I know he played for Boston. And I see sorry, I'm reading chat messages and trying to talk at the same time. Marble Sky is going through the Lakers' old roster. Naster says in the Netherlands he had stroopwafels. I love buying stroopwafels from the store. They're really good with coffee. You all are saying it's the Lakers. Tribal Chief Michael, welcome by the way, says it's D. Hockey Fan 6057 says it's Lakers. Swag and Smash says D. Santee says I think it is D. We're going to go with D. And I'm going to try to make it without just straight up relying on you guys and actually using the game's cheats from now on.
I'm going to choose.
All right, let's see if
D.
those 3 or 4 people
You
were
know
right.
what my next question is, right? You pulled it off.
Yes, you guys pulled it off.
I believe
So,
it's the
yeah,
end.
thank you, Tribal
did a
Chief
good
Michael,
job.
and Swag and Smash, and Santee, and Jose got it right. Andrew
Concentrate.
Wookmere said, just
There's a
looked
new
it up.
question
It's
for
D.
you.
So you guys have the advantage of being able to look it up. I don't have my internet browser up. I don't have my phone up. I'm just going off what I know. Okay, this is another one I don't know, and
No,
I'm a
that one's the
YouTuber.
right
So
answer.
it says, what is the first name of the famous streamer and YouTuber Ninja? I just don't know. And maybe he's super duper famous. There's just so many of them out there that you can't know them all. So I don't know Ninja. I don't know what his first name would be. I don't know. So, what sheets do I have in the game? And I'm going to avoid looking at the chat for just a minute. All right, shift. All right, there we go. So I get 50-50, which is not really going to help because I don't know any of these at all. The phone a friend, which I guess would be like asking you guys, asking the audience, which they've led me astray before, or changing the question. I'm gonna change. I'm sure you guys are yelling at me in the chat, telling me what it is. I'm gonna change the question. All right, rather than risk getting it wrong. So let's switch the question. Did they give you the correct answer?
Right now, hoping that the
and I'm
new
looking
one
at the
will
chat
bring
now.
you
You
luck.
guys are all telling me it's Tyler. Yeah, so sorry. It was Tyler. You guys got it right. That's Flying Car, Natster, Rowan, Tribal
This
Chief
new
Michael,
question is now
X-Modify.
waiting for you to be answered with flying
All right, where does
colors.
K-pop? That's South Korea. I mean, that's Korea, obviously. And you know that last question with Ninja was probably a really easy question too. It's just, I just don't know of a ton of different YouTubers. I know some, but not a lot. All right, K-pop comes from South Korea. That's
Let's
me.
go for C.
Final answer?
All
You
right.
sure? Got it
There
right.
it is.
Well done.
All right, use the cheat.
A meticulous,
Even though you guys knew the
well-executed
answer,
job.
but let's keep going. All right, next question. Y'all ready?
And here's a new question that I hope won't worry you.
All right. Which fruit is also a bird? Grape, mango, kiwi. I think it's kiwi. Banana. It's kiwi, right? I think. Kiwi's a bird and a fruit. Pretty sure that's correct. I'm going to let you guys, I'm not going to look at the chat for a minute, but I'm going to let you guys weigh in so that you guys can kind of play along with me. I think it is C. I'm going to wait just a minute, let you guys have a chance to weigh in, because I know there's some lag. I feel like I'm going too fast. So, I think it is C, kiwi. I think. I've never heard of a grape bird or a mango bird or a banana bird. All right, so I think I'm trusting that you guys have weighed in over here. I'm going to go ahead and select this
My
answer.
gut says
kiwi.
that it's C. Okay, C.
All right. What did you guys think? Let me scroll down. You guys are mostly saying C. Not everybody, but most of you all. I've got Brian Shields with C, Zach TG, Anna Waymeyer, The Real Fan 1, Flying Car, Vanguard Lord, thanks for joining us, by the way. Trevor Beast says C, thanks for joining us. Brian Hicks, oh yeah, Marble Sky, Mythical Phoenix Heart, glad you could make it, by the way. X-Modify, you guys are all saying the same thing. And Miss T, and Vipolit, and Santi, and Mohammed Nedi, and Rowan, all from C. All right. Or all saying C. All right, let's do it.
So this is your
Yes,
final
it's my final answer.
That's
Yep.
what we were looking
You
for.
got it.
That's right.
So just about everybody got it right.
I believed it to
on
the
that
end.
one.
I did a good job.
All right. I'm going to start doing that, reading y'all's answers
now
before
that
I
you've released
click
the
it.
pressure, here's
All right.
a new question.
How many books are in the Artemis Fowl series? I don't know. This is going to be another one I need help on. I'm not good with series of literature. I'm just not. I know the classics, but other than that, no. All right, so I'm going to need probably some help on this one. So for this one, while you guys are weighing in over there on the chat, let's do the Ask the Audience question. They might steer us in the right direction. Although I think one time during the last stream when I played this, they said something was the answer and it actually wasn't. So let's do it, though.
Okay,
See what
guys,
they
this
say.
is an important question. If you would pick up those keypads and enter your votes now.
And I liked watching the original on this because they're real people voting in the audience. So sometimes they were able to give them the correct answer. Other times you'd do this and it would be like 25% each way, and it didn't really help. So in this fake computer-generated audience, 62% say B. What do you guys think? I'm looking over at the chat. So there's a few people that are guessing. Trevor Beast says it's C. The Real Fan says B. Some of you guys have no clue, like I don't on this. Tribal Chief Michael says B. Mohammed Nedi says B. Marble Sky, same thing. Jay Medley, nice to see you, by the way. Rowan, Trevor Beast, you guys all seem to think it's B, and that's what the fake audience here thought, so let's do it. Let's say B.
I'm going to say
answer.
B.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You sure? You
All right,
really
we got
know
it.
your answer.
We got it. All right.
A brilliantly
nice job,
executed
those of you
success.
who said B. 8. I don't know that particular series. Let's see what the next one is here. It's going to get harder and
Ready
harder.
to face the traps of this next
The
question?
traps.
Good luck to you.
All right. Which actor was not in Fast and Furious? No, he was in it. Vin Diesel was in it. Dwayne Johnson? Paul Walker? Michael Rodriguez. And see, I'm not big on actors and actresses either. Like, there's some subjects I know a ton about, but pop culture is not one of them. So, Vin Diesel's in it. Dwayne Johnson, I think, is in it. I don't know. I remember watching, there's like 10 million of these movies. So I remember watching the first one, like when it first came out, and I don't think I saw another one again. Because I know there's like, I don't know how many of these movies. But I'm not even that familiar with these actors. I kind of know who a couple of them are, but that's it. I'm not good with pop culture. I'm really horrible with pop culture. All right, let's do this. I want to keep the game honorable here, not just cheat on everyone. Not just cheat, as in look at the chat. So, I'm sure you guys are telling me what it is. I'm going to use the phone a friend option, but I'm going to use that as my cheat to look at the chat and let you guys tell me. All right, so let's see what you guys think, and I'll use the chat, the cheat in the game in just a minute. So what do you guys say? So let's see. So Tribal Chief Michael says B. Dwayne Johnson. Mythical Heart says D. Larry Jester says D. Oh yeah says B. Natster says definitely not A or C. Yeah. We're kind of divided on this one. The Real Fan says D. Flying Car says D. Fake Mustache says D. Hockey Fans says B. Muhammad Nadi says Michael Rodriguez, which is D. Natster says it's B. Mythical Phoenix Heart says B. Oh yeah says B. The Rock didn't join the series until the 5th one. Okay. So it's a toss-up here. And y'all are still weighing in. Sketchbook 10 says D. Amigdio's Back says B. Hockey Fan says B. Rowan says B. Okay. Which is it? Y'all are kind of divided on this one. Although I think there's more B's than anything. And Santee says, I think Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, and Moore's Code Food says, the question says the first movie, The Rock definitely was not in the first one. Which is kind of what... Oh, who said that? Oh, yeah, said The Rock didn't join the series until the fifth one. Okay. So, I think we're looking at Dwayne Johnson, B. So, and Amigdio says he's watched up to the 7th movie. That's a lot of Fast and Furious. I've seen the first one, and I saw it when it first came out, which seems like forever ago. I have no idea when it came out. So, all right. So it looks like we have a consensus here. I'm going to use the phone a friend, and it's going to create this fake call. I'm going to skip it. I don't even want to do this because I've already phoned a friend. All right. I'm going to skip this fake call, and we're going to say Dwayne Johnson.
It's B.
Final
of course.
Answer. All right. You guys got it. All right. We're at the 32,000 mark. All right. You guys got it. All right.
The game is getting tougher now with this brand new question.
Here we go. Which fantasy saga was made into both a movie and a television series? Harry Potter, Narnia, His Dark Materials, Percy Jackson.
Well, now.
I'm only familiar with the first two. So I don't know anything about His Dark Materials and Percy Jackson. I just don't. Harry Potter was, of course, a movie. Was it a TV series? I don't think it was a TV series. And Narnia clearly was a series of movies. Was it a TV series? I don't even know. I don't know. Again, I'm not good with pop culture, and I'm not sure about the last two, the His Dark Materials and Percy Jackson. I just don't know. So, do I have any cheats left? I have the 50-50. I have the 50-50, and it's funny, when I look at the camera here, I can see the chat enough to tell people are saying stuff, but I can't actually read it unless I look over at it, which I'm not going to do. I want to keep the game honorable, right? So, all right. I think I have to use this 50-50 because I know the first two were movies, but I don't remember hearing about a Harry Potter TV series. I could be totally wrong about that because I just don't follow it. And then Narnia, kind of the same thing. I just, I don't know. All right. Let's do the 50-50 and see what happens.
Okay, please take away 2 random wrong answers and leave the correct answer and the 1 remaining wrong answer.
Do it. Okay. Okay. So you guys are probably screaming at me in the chat right now. I'll look at it after I answer. Okay, I'm not going to cheat my way totally through this. So it says it's a fantasy saga. Well, they're all kind of fantasy sagas. Narnia, I remember clearly watching the movie. I have seen it. I do not remember hearing about a Narnia TV series being advertised, like a regular television show, an ongoing series. His Dark Materials, I have no idea what that is. So it could be both a movie and a TV series. So I'm just going to guess that it's that one. Now,
let's go for C.
Before I lock it in, let me see what you guys are saying.
Final answer.
All right.
That's my final answer.
Let me see.
The choice is made.
I already did lock it in.
It's time to discover the right answer.
All right, you guys are saying C, and I did get it right. All right. So who got that one right?
I took the time to think.
All right, I'm going to mute it. I'm going to mute the game audio for a minute. So let's see. Who got that one right? Morse Code Food got it right. He got it right earlier on. And then who else? Adam Handley got it right. Amigdio's Bat got that one right. Anna Waymeyer got it right. Morse Code Food, actually, no, you knew that series, didn't you? He says it's C, but the movie was only the first book, The Golden Compass. So you know that series. I was not familiar with it, but I'd never heard about a Narnia TV series, so I figured it must be that one. All right. And you guys talking about Percy Jackson, but no, it was C. All right. Yeah, I've never heard of that series either. Amigdio's back. Okay, so I'm going to turn the game audio back on, and we're at our next question. Who was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize for Physics? Okay, so, hold on, let me click back on the game. All right, here we go. So I've used up all my cheats. Okay, I've used up all my cheats. And it may be that all of these women won the Nobel Prize, but it's asking who was the first one. And I'm probably just going to have to guess. So, a couple of these names I've seen. The only one I'm really most familiar with is probably the most famous, which is Marie Curie. Maybe I'm saying her name wrong. I don't know. But I know that she's probably by far the most famous on this list. And it just so happened to have the little highlighted B. I didn't do that. But I think if I were to guess, just straight up guess, that would be my guess. And I see you guys are saying some stuff in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and select it and see what happens and see what you guys are saying in the chat. And hopefully this doesn't mean that we end the game. But if we do, we'll start again. We might try either normal mode or maybe the UK version, do something a little different after this. I'm up for another game after this one. Hopefully this is the correct answer, though. Let's do it.
And I would
Marie
say
Curie.
B, obviously.
This guy's annoying. Let's do it.
Final answer?
What are you guys saying?
You sure?
Y'all are saying B. Were we right?
That's my final answer.
Were we right?
You have given your final answer. Now is the time to see
Just
the
tell
right
me.
one. Yes,
All right, we got it. We got
absolutely.
it.
I believed it to the end. I did a good job.
And it's just some annoying banter. I'm going to mute them for a minute. And what were you guys saying while I was pontificating there? Rowan got it right. Migdio's Bat got it right. Marvel Sky got it right. So did Zach TG, Miss T, Brian Shields, Bipolit. And I don't know if you guys are looking these up or not. I know some of you probably are looking these up. I don't have that luxury. I just knew that was the most famous name on the list. So I'm like, well, maybe it's the most famous because it was the first. So Mythical Phoenix Heart, I was right there with you. She says the only one I know is B. Moore's Code Food got that one right. So did Larry Jester. So did Danger Dave and Tribal Chief Michael. All right, so let me turn the audio back on. Got back in the game. So in which game do you need to repay a bank loan to a raccoon? Wow. I was expecting this one to be like, not that I even know the answer to this question, but I was expecting it to be like something really like literature or math or science or something. No, it's about a game. So I'm not sure here. I know some of these games. I know all these games, but I don't know if I know them enough to answer the question. And I'm going to avoid looking at the chat for right now. Zelda, I've never heard of having to repay a bank game. Of course, it just says Zelda. There's like 20 Zelda games from the original. I remember playing the original as a child and being mesmerized because the original NES Nintendo cartridge was like a fake gold color instead of the standard gray. But Zelda, there's 20 Zelda games. So, and Doom, if they're thinking of the original 90s Doom, no, you don't have to repay a bank loan. You have to like survive. Animal Crossing, maybe. Seems like that would be sort of the most logical. Half-Life, I don't remember anything like that. I have played some of the Half-Life games. I don't remember anything like that. So I'm going to assume it's C by process of elimination. I've never played Animal Crossing. I've seen little ads for it and some of the gameplay, and yeah, that would sort of make the most sense. So the other ones don't really make a whole lot of sense. Wouldn't that be funny? Like you're playing Doom and you have to repay a bank loan to a raccoon. It doesn't exactly fit, does it? So I'm going to say C and then see what you guys are saying.
I have a good hunch that it's C.
All right. You guys are all saying C.
That's my final answer.
You guys got it right. Or did you?
The choice is made.
All right, let me skip. Yep, of course it's C.
Get behind.
Yeah. I've never actually played...
Well
let me mute this for a
executed
minute.
job.
I've never actually played Animal Crossing, but it seems logical, and the other ones just don't make a lick of sense. So you guys got that one right. Almost everybody did. That one was kind of easy, wasn't it? So, and I haven't looked at the current question yet. I'm looking at your chat messages, and oh yeah, got it right. Rowan did. Bipolit got it right. Marvel Sky. Jeremiah Blundell, nice to have you in the stream, by the way. Thanks for playing. Mythical Phoenix Heart got it right. So did Swaggin Smash Naster, Tribal Chief Michael. And Amigdio's back, and Silver Tom. Okay, so I accidentally saw what you guys thought was the answer. Well, maybe I'll do it differently next time. So the question is, I didn't even know the question. I just saw 3 people say red. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll do it differently next time. That's my fault. So what is the outermost color in a rainbow? Well, I knew that one anyway. Roy G. Biv, right? Roy G. Biv. So if you don't know what that is, I actually used that in the first VR game I played on this channel. So Roy G. Biv is how you tell the order of the colors in the rainbow in the visible light spectrum. Like if you've ever played with one of those little geometric prisms that separates white light into the various colors, or in just a regular rainbow, you've got red. What would Roy G. Biv be? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, right? So red's the first one, but it says the outermost, right? The outermost. Yeah, that's right, because meaning like in a rainbow, it's the biggest one on top. It's the outermost. The innermost would be the violet. Okay? So I'm pretty sure that's right. 3 of you that I saw at the beginning said that it's right. I'll go ahead and select it.
It inspires confidence.
Oh, I
in
won't
me.
lock it in yet. Is that what you guys are saying? So this doesn't happen again. Almost everybody's saying red. Nick Ronca, Migdio's back. Zach TG, Brian Shields, Rowan, Migdio's back. Joe Miri Hobbs said red. Larry Jester, Joe Mari. Yeah, it looks like it's D. The Real Fan, Miss T, Natster, you're all saying D. TF2 Fanboy says C. We'll see. Violet is I think the innermost, the way they phrased the question. It is at the end, which made me think for a minute, but it would be, I guess, the innermost one at the other side of the spectrum. So let's do D red.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you. So let's go.
All right.
Is this your
I'm going to skip this part.
Well done. Got it.
All right, we're getting
I
close.
took the time to think.
Oh,
and it
500,000.
paid off.
We're getting close, y'all. Are we going to do it? Oh, is this the last one? I thought this was the second to last one. Oh, my goodness. All right.
The game is
We're
off
here.
to a good start, but you shouldn't stop there.
All right.
Here is a new question.
I don't know this. So, who is the mangaka
Well,
who
now.
created the Astro Boy series? I'm guessing that's a person who writes manga. I've heard of Akira Toriyama. I haven't heard of any of the other ones. And I don't know what Astro Boy is. All right, am I back? I lost my video. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I don't think I could bear the thought of turning back and going back all the way to the beginning of easy mode again. I want to do something different on the next game, so I'm going to have to cheat and rely on you guys. If I were to guess, I would guess Akira Toriyama. It's kind of the logic that I had on that other one, just because it's the only one I've heard of. Now, I'm not going to select it. I'm going to rely on you guys. And I see you guys talking in the chat. Because I don't know any of them. I don't know Astro Boy. So if I weren't to rely on you guys, and I'm probably wrong, I would guess Akira Toriyama just because that's the only one I've ever heard of, because I'm not a huge manga fan. All right, so let me look at the chat. Let me look at the chat here. What are you guys saying? Tribal Chief Michael says B. Zach says no clue. Natster says no clue. Spongello says, I know it's not A. He created Dragon Ball. Amigdio's back says, A is Dragon Ball. D is One Piece. See, this is why I need you guys. I do not know much about manga. If you see my anime reaction playlist, you can check that out when you have some time. It's very clear in those videos I do not know anything about anime or manga, but that's what makes the reaction so much better, because it's so out of my element. So, Moore's Code Food says, don't worry, Brandon, I know it either, but YouTube has you covered. Yeah, you guys do. Brian Shields says he doesn't know any of them. Sketchbook says it's not A or B. Rowan says W. Michael. Miss T says Toriyama is Dragon Ball. Mythical Phoenix Heart says B. A is Dragon Ball. Yeah, so that's probably the only reason I've heard of Akira Toriyama is because of Dragon Ball and how popular it is. I'm going to assume that Astro Boy is not quite as popular as Dragon Ball is. All right, Anna says Astro Boy is a good movie. Danger Dave says C. Brian Hicks says B. Most of you guys are saying B, right? Star Brothers Rescue Team, thanks for joining us, by the way, says, I believe it's B. Mythical Phoenix Heart says D is One Piece. Jeremiah Blundell says, I'm stumped, I don't know. Trevor B says, just click on one of them and hope you're right. 25% chance. Tribal Chief Michael says it's B. Verena says Tezuka, which is B. I think I'm going to click B. Let's see. I've got a few more messages here. Morse Code Food says it's not A or D. Those two are very famous. And I guess, this is appropriate for the $1 million question. Have a trickier one. Miss T says not D. That's One Piece. All right, so I think we're going B. I think you guys have made it clear. Amigdio's back, and Rowan says B, final answer. So let's do it. Let's go ahead, and I'm assuming this is going to cause us to win the game. Thanks to you all. No thanks to me at all. Here we go. I see. I would have
gonna
chosen
say
A and been wrong.
B.
Here we go.
Final?
This better be
Yes.
right.
That's my final answer.
You have made your choice.
Drawing it out.
You knew how to make
All
the
right.
right decisions throughout the game. And that
All right,
made
all
you a millionaire.
We did it.
Congratulations.
All right. So that was a lot of fun. I'm going to play at least one more time, but I'm going to play a different version of the game. If you need to step out, you can. But if you can stick around, we're going to play at least one more time. This has been really, really fun. I want to play a different version of the game and see what it's like. All right. So, yeah, we get earnings. I think you can earn little points that you can use to unlock stuff on the game. I think that's the way it works. All right. Let's do another one. So let's play. Oh, wait. This is the, I think this is still the American one. Hold on. I gotta go back. Okay, well, maybe if I go forward. Oh. Maybe if I go forward, or maybe I didn't unlock that. Well, anyway, I'll figure it out in a second. Let me check the chat. Thank you very much, Trevor Beast. Donated $2. Congratulations on being a millionaire, Trevor Beast. I appreciate your support of the channel. Thank you so much, Trevor Beast. Trevor Beast. All right, so let me see if I can get to the other versions of the game. No, it's not what I want. I may not be able to do it this time. It's not letting me go back any further than this. I don't want to have to restart the game. So, we can try that on another stream. Let's try normal mode and see how we do. We'll try either the UK or another version next time. All right, so it allows us to change themes here. So, using our little credits. How many do we have? Neurons. We have 1 million, and we could just unlock them all if we wanted to, right? So what do we got right now? We've got literature, language, lifestyle, science, entertainment, geography, history, sports, hobbies. Harry Potter is a whole category unto itself. I tell you what, let's just unlock them all. And I think I'm going to change my character as well. All right, yeah, I have so many of these little neurons. I'm going to unlock all of them. And that may mean I end up relying on you guys a bit more for some answers. Or we end up just losing way earlier. Okay, so I unlocked all of them. So in theory, this makes the game harder because you have more types of questions that can be asked. Can I change my character? Yeah, let's change the character. Okay. Let's see. Who else can I be? Let's I don't think so. Ruben seems all right. I didn't notice him last time. I'm not sure I had him last time. Let's see. I was Pablo, and I instantly regretted it one time. Chun, Heng, Nadia. Got a nice group of people. I'm gonna go with Ruben. Maybe he's a little less annoying with the other than the other people. All right, and I'm gonna check the chat real quick to see if I didn't miss anything. Thanks again, Trevor Beast, for your support. Definitely. All right. Yeah, you guys are recommending that I change the categories, which I put all of them in there. And then I changed the characters. Okay. All right, so let's go on and start the game. Here we go. This is normal mode, and we have all these different categories. All right, let's see. This might be a short game. I don't know. All right, I'm going to skip the intro. We've already heard it. We've already heard this. All right, here we go.
Here's a new question for you.
Before it became a TV series, where did the Game of Thrones saga first appear? I'm assuming it was novels. I don't actually know. I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. Yeah, I'm going to assume it's novels.
It's B. No, C. Oh, I'm lost.
Okay,
I'm
this
lost.
guy might be worse than the other guy. All right, I'm going to assume it's novels.
A?
Let's do it.
But I'm really not
Okay,
sure.
I made a mistake with this character here, and with
Final?
Ruben. All right,
That is
so
the
it was
right
novels.
answer.
All right, you guys weighed in.
The
You guys got it
handsomest
right.
and
Shameful
the most
critic.
cultured. What more could you want?
This guy's so bad. Tribal Chief, Mythical Phoenix Heart,
Our
Sketchbook,
team of
all got it
editors
right.
Offers you a new question.
Brian Hicks got it right. Elizabeth got it right. Flying Car, Verena, Marble Sky, Zach TG, Brian Shields. Oh, yeah. Got it right. All right, which of these characters is not one of the Fantastic Four? I should know this one. Mr. Fantastic, I believe, is. The Human Torch is. The Invisible Woman is. The Juggernaut is not. The Juggernaut is from X-Men. So, yes, it should be the Juggernaut. I do remember all three of the other ones. I remember watching, the only reason I know this is I would watch some older Cartoon Network, and they would sometimes play these little short cartoons, and sometimes it was the Fantastic Four. I remember the fourth guy was, I don't know what his name was, but he could turn into rock, like solid rock. And there was, the Human Torch, and the Mr. Fantastic is he the guy that is like can stretch his arms and legs? I don't know, but I know it's not the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is from X-Men. Final
Of course
answer.
it's D. Anyone
All
else
right, did
in
you
my
guys
place
get it?
would know it.
Are you
Yep,
sure?
most of you.
Oh, yes. That's my
Star Brothers
final
Rescue Team.
answer.
Yeah, this guy's worse than Pablo.
You have
He
given
was
your
asking
final
that.
answer.
All right.
Now is the time
right,
to
people.
see the. That's what we were looking for.
You guys got it
That's
right.
right.
Oh, yeah. Got it right. Rowan did.
Okay,
Hockey fan,
we're
Verena, real
driving up
fan.
the jackpot.
Tribal Chief, Zach got it right. Sketchbook,
Good luck to you
Jeremiah,
for this
Brian
new
Shields,
question.
Flying Car, all got it right. Star Brothers got it right. All right. What are the usual colors of suits in a standard pack of cards? Red and black, of course. These are really easy. Every once in a while, though, even in these first 5 questions, they'll ask something that I just simply don't know. And these are supposed to be like so easy it's ridiculous. So black and yellow, black and blue, black and green, that would be pretty cool. But no, it's black and red, standard pack of playing cards. That's going to be the colors. So is that what you guys are saying? Yep, that's what you guys are saying. Everybody's saying A. Tribal Chief, real fan. Oh, yeah, Brian Shields. PGA official. Thanks for being here, by the way. Hockey fans, Verena, Flying Car, Mythical Phoenix Heart, Shameful Critic, Sketchbook. No, Captain Deadpool, it's not black and green, although that would be cool. Larry Jester, Natster, y'all all got it right.
Let's
Black and
not
red.
waste any time. A.
You seem to be convinced.
It's
But
Ruben's
is this your final
Awful.
answer?
All right, let's skip past
Of
their
course.
banter. All right, you all got it right.
That's all me. Perfection.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeremiah says,
So
I don't
let's
think you
move
need
on
us for
to a
this one.
whole new
Usually not,
question.
but every once in a while I'll do. All right. Who is considered the driving force behind the very first World Cup? I'm not going to know this. It's probably an easy question. I'm just not a huge... Like, I watch the World Cup sometimes, but I
It's
don't know, like,
B.
the history and
No,
who
no,
started
no.
it.
C.
I do not know. I do not know
I'm
this.
lost. I'm lost.
So, what do I want to do? Let's do... I see you guys typing stuff. I don't know this question at all. I'm going to do Ask the Audience. Sure, let's do it.
Okay, audience, fingers on your keypads. Let's
just
help
don't
our
know
contestant.
World Cup
All
history.
vote now.
Yeah. And I thought it would give me a high percentage on this because it's not a real audience, but I'm guessing that since it's considered an easier question because it's in one of the lower categories, they're going to give a high percentage of whatever the correct answer is. So I'm going to assume it's this guy, Reme. Did you guys know? Yeah, you guys didn't know either, most of you. Verena has a black and purple pack of cards. That sounds cool. Zach says he doesn't know. Hockey fans doesn't know. I didn't know this one. Krabby didn't know either. Shameful Critic says A. Did you know that, or did you look it up? Yeah, no one knows that. I don't feel as bad now. Like some of you all, I like watching the World Cup. It's very interesting, even though I'm not a huge soccer fan. But I don't know like the history behind it. So I'm going to assume it's A.
Okay, let's
lock it in.
roll. We're choosing A.
So this is your final answer?
All right.
That will be my final
All right.
answer.
I'm going to skip this.
You really know your answers.
This dialogue is
And
terrible.
a right answer for the coolest contestant.
They spent all their money on the questions. They couldn't get Regis, and they had to put all these
Here's a
annoying
new question for
characters
you.
in here. All right, let's go on to the next one. Which U.S. state does not border Canada? Maine does. Montana does. Minnesota does. Got to be D. Mississippi does not border Canada. No, not quite. It's not even close at all. So I'm going to just breeze through this. Hopefully you all are getting it right there in the chat.
No
Mississippi.
doubt, really. It's D.
Are you absolutely
Is that what you
sure?
guys said?
Is that your
Yep,
final answer?
you guys are saying D,
That's
Marble
my
Sky,
final
Natster, The Real
answer.
Fan, Zach TG, Oh Yeah, Tribal Chief Michael. All saying
Okay,
Mississippi.
the
Shameful
computer
Critic, Emma Kiley,
validated
Miss
your
T,
answer.
Marble Sky. Marble
Now
Sky
you
says
answered
lives
the
near
question.
Canada.
Well done.
Yeah, Marble Sky, you probably don't see Mississippi up there. That'd be kind of weird.
Good luck to you for this.
All
new
right, yeah, that one
question.
was really easy. Andrew Wookmeer's chatting from Minnesota. That's pretty cool. Zach, no, Mississippi doesn't border Mexico. It borders Louisiana and the Gulf of Mexico. Well, I don't know what that body of water is called. Depends on who you talk to, right? So next question, I think we're into past the $1,000 question. What is another name for cilantro? I think it's coriander, because I remember hearing, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos where they compare like different dialects of different languages. And so with herbs and stuff like that, there's a few of like produce and different herbs that are called different things in America and the UK. Oregano is a totally different thing. And actually at one time when I was about 17, 18 years old, I worked on an herb farm. I was out there in the fields picking herbs, processing them, and I did do some cilantro. Oregano is a whole different plant. Poppy, I believe, is a different plant. Rosemary is definitely a different plant. I think it's coriander is just a different name for it. I think that is the case. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in. I don't think I need help for that. I'm going to check the chat after I click it.
Of course, it's D. Anyone
All right,
else
what do
in
you
my
guys
place
say?
know it.
Sketchbook got that right. Well, I don't know if we got it right. I haven't locked in yet, but Sketchbook says D. Verena says D. Flying Car. Real Fan. PGA Official says, will you ever react to South Park? Probably not. Probably not. Miss T says D. Mythical Phoenix Heart says D. Marble Sky. Zach TG. Brian Shields all say D. Marble Sky says, I better know this. I went to culinary school. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Larry Jester says D because everything else is its own thing. Yeah, true. And I think I remember hearing that on a YouTube video. Like, the other one is, I think eggplant is called something different in the UK. It's a different word for it. Same thing with cilantro, coriander. All right. Bippo Lit says Brandon lore. Yeah, you get a little bit of Brandon lore on here, don't you? All right, so you guys are all agreeing that it's D. I'm going to say D. We're going to make it our final
I know you were
answer.
waiting for me to ask you. So let's go. Is this
All right,
your final
skip
answer?
this. Yes,
you
we got it.
figured it out perfectly.
That one wasn't
Nice
that
answer.
hard. All right.
Ka-ching! Okay, we're driving up the jackpot.
Just shaking my head. All right. Let's see.
The game
Next
is
one.
getting tougher now with this brand new question.
Of South American origin, what is a poncho? Are we talking about, like, a poncho? An item of clothing? Okay, so I'm guessing it means just because it says of South American origin, meaning the standard English word that we use every day, right? Not some other meaning within Spanish in some South American country. or some word that's only used in a particular country, because you have many, many words that are local to specific countries within Spanish, but I don't think that's what this is talking about. It's just talking about how we use it in America, which is, of course, an item of clothing. Y'all use ponchos, I know, especially if it rains a lot where you live. It's the little, most of them are made of plastic. You just put it over you, and it keeps you a little bit drier. So I'm going to assume that's what it means.
Let's go with B.
I hope that it's not referring to something else. Let's do it.
You seem to
You
be
guys are all
convinced,
saying
but
B over
is
here?
this your final answer?
Oh, yes. That's my
Marble
final
Sky said B.
answer.
Verena, Shameful Critic,
The choice is made.
Flying Car,
It's
Sketchbook,
time to discover
Napster,
the right
Mythical
answer.
Phoenix Heart, Krabby, 321
make
Bazooka.
it look
Nice to see you here on the stream. Emma Kiley says B.
And a right
Yep, we got it
answer
right.
for the coolest contestant. Bam.
Brian Shields, oh yeah. Federation 99 said B. Thanks for playing. Let's go to the next
Ready to
question.
face the traps of this next question? Good luck to you.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Who is not a member of the Inhuman royal family? I don't know what the Inhuman royal family is.
There's too much noise. I'm having trouble focusing.
Okay. So I have no idea. So what cheats do I have left? I have 50-50, which doesn't help. 50-50 only helps me if I at least have an idea, but I'm not sure. I can ask the audience, which is you guys, or yeah, phone a friend. I mean, not ask the audience, phone a friend. Or I can switch the question entirely. So I'm going to like half cheat and see if you guys think you know what it is. You guys are saying you have no clue. Well, John Doe has an idea. Yeah, you guys are saying you've never heard. I've never heard of this either. So let's just switch the question.
You
We'll
choose to
see
use
if
your switch
John
lifeline.
Doe is right.
You are careful. Well done.
It's either C or D, right? If he was right. It was D. So I think John Doe kind of... Yeah, John Doe said he thought it was D. He was right. All right. Welcome,
This new
SMX.
question is now waiting for you to be
SM4XX,
answered
by
with
the way.
flying colors.
All right. Who was the very first leader of the Justice League Dark? All right. So I know about Justice League. I know sort of the basics of the Justice League and what it is. I don't know a lot of background. I don't know a lot of details. So I'm going to need some help. I don't know what Justice League... I've heard that term before, Justice League Dark. I don't know what it is or who's in it or what it really means. I know what the Justice League is. I've heard of Justice League Dark. I don't know any more than that. So I'm going to need some help on this one too. So Wonder Woman, I'm not even sure about that. So I don't know who these others are. Zatanna, Deadman, John Constantine. I just don't know. So let's go to our cheats. I have 50-50 left, and I have asked the audience. So let's see what you guys think. Do you guys know? Because if you do know, I'm going to use the ask the audience, not ask the audience, it's phone a friend cheat here. John Smith says D. A bunch of people say they have no idea. Tribal Chief says B. Sketch guy. Okay, we're not sure about this one, are we? I'm seeing B or D. Verena says C. Federation says A or D. John Doe says D. He was right about the last one. Tribal says B. Federation says B. 321 Bazinga said B or D. Oh, Federation said means D. Okay. And then Jeremiah Blundell says it's either A, B, or D. Okay. Okay, so what cheats do I have again? I have 50-50. All right, so let's do this. You guys, some of you all know that it's one or another. So I'm going to use the 50-50 cheat and see what happens. Okay, and then we'll narrow it down. Let's do it.
Let's take away 2 incorrect answers.
All right, let's do it. B or D. Weren't you guys saying that it was B or D, some of you, and then it took away A and C? Okay. Because you guys were saying, well, it's either B or C, and now that's what we're left with. So that cheat didn't help us all that much. What do you guys think? I'm not going to use the other one yet, even though I'm sort of relying on you guys a little bit for this answer. All right, so Tribal Chief says it's B. Federation says D. Mythical says D. So you guys are divided on this. 321 Bazinga says B. It has to be B. And I know there's a little bit of lag, so bear with me here. Jeremiah says, oh, scratch that. Maybe it's either B or D. Yeah, that works. John Doe says Zatanna for sure. Okay, and he was right about the last one. Nobody else got it. John Doe. Zach TG says B, and that's what John Doe says. Okay, B, I'm starting to see a consensus. Let's go with that. B. All right.
I'm going to choose B.
All right, B. Let's do it. I don't know who these people are. At Mythical Phoenix Heart, I don't know who that is either. But let's see if it's right.
And what will be your final answer?
John Doe
That's
knows.
my final answer.
Daughter of Zatara. Oh, it's...
I have to announce to you that this
It's
is not the right
not.
answer.
It's not.
Sorry.
It's John Constantine.
Yes, but the
Whoever that
questions
is.
were also too hard.
Okay.
You are
So
leaving
I'm
with
going to
your
mute
guaranteed
their
cash-
nonsense. I'm going to mute their nonsense for a minute. So how did we do on that? So the ones who would have gotten it right, I'm going to start the game one more time, by the way, and give it one more crack at it, and then I'll probably end the stream after that. So, and this music is in my ears. I can hear it, but you guys can't. I got to get out of this, or I can't think. All right. That's a little better. All right, so... Federation, Mythical Phoenix Heart, got it right. Federation got it right. Yeah, hockey fans, it was D. Yep, most of us thought it was B, but hey, that's okay. We win together, we lose together, right? Okay, let's try one more time, and I think that'll be enough for today. So let's play one more game. And y'all think I should change anything this time? I've already got all the categories. We'll do normal because we've already beaten easy. All the categories. Y'all, this guy, I can't stand this guy anymore. Let's change our character. So Ruben, I'm done with Ruben. He was more annoying than the first guy, which is really saying something. So who do we have? We've got Lindsay. We've got, I'm done with Massimo. He's not as bad as Ruben, but close. We've got Julie. We've got, is that Jorges? Nadia. Got Hang. I'm not sure how to pronounce that correctly. Chun. Pablo. I'm not being Pablo. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Margaret. And then we're back to Ruben. All right. What do y'all think? Y'all choose the character. Who do you want? So once again, Julie, Georgia. I'm assuming that's Jorges. I don't know. Nadia, Hang, Chun, Pablo. I'm not being Pablo. I'll be any of the other ones. Margaret, Lindsay. Okay, we're back to the top. All right. So what y'all think? Let me scroll down. Let's see. Margaret. Okay, fine. Y'all are all saying Margaret. Wonderful. Wasn't she the older lady, I think? Which is fine. Okay, I got to go all the way back to her. Yep. 69 years old, retired mini golfer. Sounds like she definitely won't be annoying at all. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Third and final game. Let's do it. All right. Let me skip this. As good as that intro was, I love the intro to this show. All right. Let's see how annoying she is. Oh, I skipped the intro banter. Oh, well. Which is the name of a popular singer-songwriter? Cheryl Finch, Sheryl Crow, Cheryl Swan. Okay, and so this one is in the style of the original show, right? You'd have a question that's so easy, the correct answer is obvious, but they'd just make a joke out of the other ones. So Sheryl Crow, and instead of her, you've got Cheryl Finch, Cheryl Swan, and Cheryl American White Pelican. This is funny. Sheryl Crow, final answer. Okay. See what she says here. Could be worse. What does she say here? Oh, man, the game is muted. I'm so sorry, you guys. I just realized the game is muted. I'm so sorry. So, at least I realized it early on. All right. We've got our audio back, so let's keep going. So, I kept saying, she's not that annoying, honestly. She's not that annoying. So, from what country does paella come? That's Spain. How do I know that? Because of the comedian Jim Gaffigan. He has this thing where he goes to Spain and there's a whole show about it, and it's one of his bits about how different cities in Spain all claim to have the best paella, and they fight about it, and he makes a bunch of jokes about it. So because of that, I remember it's A, Spain, final answer.
I'm choosing A.
Now you guys can see what you think about her level of annoyance here. She's not that bad. She's better than the other three I've tried. Let's see.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
It's kind of normal.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer.
The host is almost
That's
worse
an
than she
answer I can
she
get
is.
behind.
And boom, one more answer. Ha-ha.
All right, you're pushing it there, lady.
Let's go for this new
all right.
eliminatory question.
Did y'all get it? Spain? Yeah, most of you guys said Spain on that. Most of you guys said Spain. Not everybody did. Yep. Okay. In the pantomime, Cinderella loses a slipper made of what? The glass slipper? Yep, that's C. Iron slipper? That would be a very different kind of Cinderella story. I don't know. Cinderella, I don't think, is in public domain now, which that's an interesting thing if you've been following that. How certain characters, I think most recently Popeye, is now public domain, so you can do whatever you want with creating your own stuff from using Popeye without any fear of litigation. That sounds like some sort of weird fan fiction Cinderella where she's got iron slippers. Sugar or gold? No, it's glass. It's the glass slipper. That's what it is. All right. Is that what you guys thought?
I thought about it a lot, and I'm going to say C.
Thought about it a lot. Okay. Yep, that's what Tribal Chief, Miss Tease, Zach TG, The Real Fan says glass, Marble Sky, Flying Car, 321 Bazinga, Anna Waymeyer, Mythical Phoenix Art, Star Brothers Rescue Team, Sketchbook, Federation, Verena, oh yeah, all say C. So, yeah, Anna Waymeyer and Tribal Chief Michael and Zach TG, I'm like, a sugar slipper, like, what is that? Like, maybe like sugar cane or something? That'd still be really weird. Iron would just hurt a lot and be hard to walk. Gold, I guess, could work. But it's glass. And you know, I sort of accepted that as a child seeing Cinderella, but I'm like, why would you do that? Like a glass shoe. Think about if it broke. Like glass shards would go all in your foot. That'd be horrible. But anyway, enough of me yapping. Let's keep going.
Are you sure?
Glass.
Yes, that's my final.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
Let's keep going.
Margaret is still pretty resourceful, you see?
You know, less annoying than
New
the other
question
ones.
coming up. Good luck to
In
you.
2020, which team? Okay, this is gonna be one I probably need help on. Yeah, I don't know. So in 2020, which team is coached by Zined? I can't even say his name. Is it Olympique de Marseille? I can't pronounce that city name. Juventus, Real Madrid, or Arsenal? I don't know. Don't know. Let's see if you guys know. Oh, Hank the Tank's here. Welcome, Hank the Tank. Thank you for being here. We got a slew of moderators today. I do appreciate all of you guys doing that for me. Okay, so what do you guys think? Zach TG says, what is this question? I'm guessing it's soccer. I don't even know that, honestly. I've got Hank guessing A. I've got Tribal Chief guessing C. And I can use a cheat, but I have a feeling we might need it later on if we're going to hope to even get close. All right. Yeah, Sketchbook says the headbutt guy. Mythical Phoenix Heart says, I only know he hit a guy with his head. So you guys know this person from that incident, but do we know what team he coached? So Flying Car says C. Negan, welcome to the stream, by the way, says C. Hank says C. Verena says C. Real Fan says C. Oh yeah says it's probably A or B. You guys said C. I don't know what it is, and I really don't want to use a cheat this early in the game. If we get it wrong, I'll just restart it again real quick. I know I said this is the last game, but I'd hate to lose this early. So let's say Real Madrid.
And
let's
the
do
best
it.
answer is C, no doubt.
Okay. All right, let's
Final?
skip this. All right,
Make
we got it.
look easy. You
We
got
got
it.
Oh, but
All right.
no, you don't really need to scare me like that, okay?
She's a sweet old lady.
Good luck to you for this
All
new
right,
question.
here we go. What is the name of the tiger? Okay, Tony the Tiger, of course. Doogie? Danny? Tommy? Tony. Of course it's Tony the Tiger. I grew up with Tony the Tiger. They're great over and over and over again, repeatedly. Could not know who he was. He was everywhere. Not so much now. I haven't seen a Frosted Flakes commercial in a long time. Have you guys seen one? Has anybody seen a Frosted Flakes ad? Or is it so ubiquitous, like you don't even need to advertise anymore? Like people know about Frosted Flakes. If they want Frosted Flakes, they're just going to go to the store and get it. But back in the day, the 90s, the early 2000s, he was everywhere. Probably well before that. But I remember him from just growing up in the 90s, seeing him all over the place. TV commercials constantly, trying to convince us that Frosted Flakes was actually good for us. Not sure about that, but it's definitely Tony the Tiger. What are you guys
a choice
saying
has
here?
to be made, so
Yep.
we're going to say D.
Yep. And Tribal Chief Michael, they're great. Kind of like that. Yep, Federation, that's what he said. I mean, over and over and over again. All right, Krabby says, we call them Frosties in the UK, but yes, I've seen one. Okay. And Hank says he's seen an ad. Yeah. I used to just everywhere, like every other minute, you would see a Frosted Flakes commercial. Not so much now. He's still on the box, I think, but yeah. Sketchbooks, thank you very much. Nice impression of Tony the Tiger there. Okay, let's keep going.
Final answer?
Yes,
You sure?
It's Tony the Tiger.
This money is safe now.
All right, so we're at the
Question.
$1,000 mark. So now it's time to get serious. Thank you, Verena, for the impression.
Our team of editors
Compliment.
offers you
All
a
right.
new question.
Hank Pym. Okay, I'm going to need help here. I don't know who this is. So I'm going to have some of you all upset with me because
Wait.
this might be...
I have to
A,
reread it from the beginning.
This is going to be a Marvel question, I'm guessing. So obviously, I know who Ant-Man is. I'm not sure about Giant Man so much. I know Iron Man. Who doesn't? Goliath. I'm not so sure about that. And it says Hank Pym has never been which of these heroes, which means he's been 3 of them, right? And I don't know this. So he's been 3 of them. We have to select which one of these he's never been. And I have all 4 of my cheats. I have all 4 of my cheats. And even though this is sort of half cheating, I'm going to see if you guys appear to know the answer. And then if you do, I'll use the phone a friend cheat. All right, so what do I see here? Oh, yeah, says A. Mythical says A. Hank says A. Real Fan says A. Tribal says A. Sketchbook says he was Ant-Man, but we're picking the ones he's never been, right? So make sure that you read it correctly. Now a bunch of people are saying C. Maybe you guys jumped the gun. So John Smith says C. Federation, C. Oh, yeah, C. Jeremiah. Yeah, you guys misread it, didn't you? Or jumped the gun too quickly. You wanted to be that first person to say the correct answer. But, so he has been 3 of these. You have to pick the one he has never been. So, yeah, so now you guys are saying C, right? Okay. So, I'm guessing it's Iron Man. And because I went with you guys, I'm going to use up this this cheat here, this phone a friend.
We are never better
you guys
served
as my
than
friend.
by our friends.
All right, I'm going to skip all this, skip the fake call. All right, we're going to say Iron Man.
C
Final
seems
answer.
good to me. Okay, C.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yep,
That is
you
the
guys were
right
correct.
answer.
So we had to read it a bit more
Margaret is still
carefully
pretty
there.
resourceful, you see?
All right. You think she would have known what it is? Okay.
This new question is now waiting for you to be answered with flying colors.
What is the name of the Penny Dreadful spinoff that was broadcast in 2020? And I'm going to need help with this one too. With movies and actors and actresses, I'm not that, unless it's really popular or certain shows and movies that I do know a lot about, I'm just not going to, I'm not going to be good with these. So what is the name of the Penny Dreadful spinoff that was broadcast in 2020? So I'm going to need a cheat again. So I can either change the answer, ask the audience, or 50-50. And I tell you what, if I use you guys as sort of cheating, I'll use a cheat in the game. That's what I'll do to kind of make it fair. So I see you guys weighing in. Let me see what you guys are saying. Do you guys know this? You guys are kind of lost like I am. Most of you, Mythical Phoenix Heart, never heard of it. Tribal Chief Michael says B. Sketchbook's not sure. Zach TG's never heard of it. I haven't either. Nick Ronka's just guessing. Federation doesn't know. Okay. And Sketchbook 10 says Switch. I tend to agree. Now, if I had looked over and a bunch of people said the same answer, yeah, well, a few people are saying B. Do we really want to risk that, though? We don't have a lot of people who know this one. I'm going to say Switch. We're going to switch, but let's see if you guys would have been right.
That is why you choose to use your Switch lifeline. Well done.
Was it B? It was B. Okay, well, good for you. And by you, I mean Tribal Chief Michael.
The game is getting
and
tougher
Rapid
now
Transit.
with this
Nice,
brand new question.
nice to see you, by the way. Miss T and Hank the Tank were kind of thinking it was B. The Real Fan won. Verena said it was B, so congratulations to you guys. And yes, we did skip that one. All right, which U.S. state has the longest coastline? I'm pretty sure that's going to be Alaska, I'm guessing. So there's no way it's Oregon. Florida's coastline is long, but not as long as the others. Even California probably has a lot. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. California, Florida has it's the peninsula, so there's a pretty long coastline. But nothing comes close to Alaska. I mean, especially if you're counting all the little islands. I believe it's called the Aleutian Island chain that comes off from Alaska and almost kind of sort of connects with some of the Russian islands out there, going towards Siberia. So if you count all that, yes, it's Alaska. And Alaska is enormous. If you all have seen some of those superimposed images where you have Alaska with the same dimensions and aspect ratio and all that stuff on top of the continental U.S., it's gigantic. It's just amazing. I want to take maybe an Alaskan cruise someday, go up there. I've never been there myself. So any of you guys ever been there? Let me know in the chat if you have. It seems like a very interesting place to visit. But I think it has the longest coastline. So I'm going to say D.
Okay.
Let's
a
see what
choice
you
has
guys
to
are
be
saying.
made.
You guys are
I'm
all
going
saying
to say
D.
D.
Yep. Natster says tough one between A and D. Yeah, California's pretty long. Florida might be longer than it, even though it's a smaller state. It has the longer coastline, maybe. I'm not sure, because it goes all the way down and up, and you've got the panhandle there. But Alaska's enormous, and you've got all those islands. If you're counting those, that's a lot of coastline. All right, so almost everyone said D on that. Real Fan, John Doe, Natster, Marvel Sky, Bowser Jr. Thanks for playing with us, by the way. Verena says you definitely need to play GeoGuessr XD. Several of you guys said that at the beginning, so I think that's going to happen. We're going to have to make that happen. Nick Ronka says, actually, I'm saying Alaska because math. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the longest coastline. Moore's Code Food says Alaska is like 30% of the U.S. with a ton of coastline. I don't know if that percentage is correct, but I could believe it. It's gigantic. If as a kid, I remember seeing it on the map, and you get these different maps where it's sort of it stretches out certain parts of it because it makes, especially on a flat map, it has to make a sphere into a flat surface, and it distorts certain parts of the globe. But if you really superimpose Alaska, for example, over the U.S., the 48 states, it's massive. It looks scary. You should look it up if you have some time. Okay, so let's see. A few more. Read a few chat messages here, and then I'll go with Alaska, and we'll finish the game. The Real Fan says Alaska isn't an easy state to live in. I imagine not. There was a really interesting show I've seen. You can look it up. It's called what's it called? Life Below Zero, I think is what it's called. It's about people that live in remote parts of Alaska and how they live. It's really interesting. Gino Cuddy says he recommends me looking at an episode of the Andy Griffith Show. I've thought about that before because you do have little school-related episodes in there. I always thought that would be interesting. Andy Discovers America. I'll check that out. Okay, so let's continue on.
I know you are waiting for me to ask
Alaska, final answer.
Let's go. Is this your final answer?
Morse Code
That's my
Food
final
says
answer.
it's 17% of the actual land area.
You
I thought
figured
30%
it out
was a little
perfectly.
high.
Nice answer.
Mythical Phoenix Hard asks
But
if I
no,
like puzzles
you
and
don't
riddles.
really need to
Yes,
scare
most
me
definitely.
like that, okay?
All right, so let's go on to the next one.
Will you be able to answer this new question as well?
Okay, that was Mount. I think this is Vesuvius. Yep, that's B. All right. I love it when I know the answer before they give the answer choices. That way I feel a lot more confident about it. So this is Pompeii and Herculaneum were buried in AD 79, when which volcano erupted. That's Vesuvius, which is in Italy. You can go see the area around it today. So Etna, I think, is a different one. It's either a different volcano in Italy that erupted or a city. I think it's another volcano that is also in Italy. Mauna Loa is another volcano. I don't know where it is, though. I don't know. I'm thinking like a Pacific Island or something like that. Or I don't know if it's Hawaii or somewhere like that. Stromboli, I don't know what that is. To me, that's something very tasty that you eat, but obviously not what it's talking about. It's Vesuvius. I knew it before the answer showed up here. At least I think. Is it Etna? It might be Etna. Vesuvius is also a volcano that erupted. But actually now I think it might be Etna, because I remember at some point, maybe a year or two ago, I was looking up Pompeii, and you can go visit the ruins of Pompeii in Italy, and I think it was Etna that was nearby. What y'all think? Let's see what y'all are saying. You all are saying Vesuvius, but are you all saying that because I thought it was Vesuvius? Now I'm seeing it's either A or B. Okay. Moore says Vesuvius and that he's been there. That was my first guess. I said that even before the answers came up. But I do remember I was looking somewhere online and reading about Pompeii. a city. Now, the more I think about it, the more all the Italian cities and ruins and volcanoes are blending together. You all are saying B. Do I really want to use a cheat? Real Fan is suggesting I use 50-50. And Moore's Code Food says Pompeii is massive. Herculaneum is very small but better preserved. Moore's is it Vesuvius? He says he's been there. I'll have to give. There's a little bit of lag here. He says he's been there. Is it Vesuvius or is it Etna? Zach TG says still B. Rapid Transit says go for B, trust your first choice, which is usually pretty good advice. Like on a test, on some sort of exam, it's best to go with your first instinct. But I did read something about Etna. I don't know what it was. Either it's the correct answer here, or if it's not, it's some other volcano or mountain in Italy. All right. Did Moore's Code Food ever say anything else? I was kind of hoping he would weigh in again. He said that... where is it? I thought he said he had been there and that he knows because he had actually been here. He says it's all connected to Naples by the Vesuvius train that goes around the volcano. So I'm going to assume it's B. That's what I thought at first before the answers came up. This person's actually been there. Let's do it. B.
And
Final
too bad
answer.
if I'm wrong.
You know, that's
All right, we got
I
it.
can get behind.
Almost talked myself out of it there.
Margaret is still pretty resourceful.
All right,
You see?
Margaret, you're starting to get annoying. All right, thank you, Moore's Code Food,
I hope
for
you have
that.
recovered from your emotions, because here is your new
All right.
question.
Prussia was a former kingdom that became a powerful military state in which country's empire? Germany, I think. Prussia, I know all about Prussia. I studied a lot about like Napoleonic history in that area, and if you've done that, you know all about Prussia. Let me read it again. Prussia was a former kingdom that became a powerful military state in which country's empire? I believe it's Germany. It's not. I believe it's Germany. What are you guys saying? C. You guys are all saying C as well. All right. And I would have chosen Germany as well, just because if you read history, it's the most connected to Germany in history. And I'm blanking on like which major city is there now and where it is now in the modern day, but that's not even the question. It's asking what country's empire, which none of these are called empires anymore, but they were at one time. So let's go with C. I'm pretty sure that's correct. I don't want to use any more cheats. We've got 2 left, which is pretty good. Let's say C.
I thought about
Final
it a lot,
answer.
and I'm going to say C.
Yes, final answer.
Of
Yep,
course.
pretty sure about that one.
Oh, but no,
All right,
you don't
how did you
really
guys do?
scare me like
Rapid
that,
Transit
okay?
got it right. Verena got it right. Bippolit got it right. Zach TG, the real fan,
This new
Morse
question
Code Food.
is now waiting for you to be
Marble
answered
Sky.
with flying colors.
Babylon was an ancient city in which region? Carthage? No. Gaul? No. Mesopotamia? Yes. Abyssinia? I think it's Mesopotamia. All right. So just to give you guys your credit, that was everybody who got it right on the last one. Okay. Blue Destroyer, thanks for joining us, by the way. All right, so Carthage is in North Africa, which is not where Babylon is. Gaul is modern-day France, which is not where Babylon is. I'm pretty sure it's Mesopotamia, which refers to the Middle East area. Modern-day Iraq and that area. Abyssinia. I guess it could be that. I'm not clear on where that is as far as its ancient name. I think it's Mesopotamia. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and go with
And
that.
the best answer is C.
You guys
No
are saying
doubt.
C as well.
You
so,
seem to be convinced, but is this your final answer?
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's my final answer.
She's not that annoying, honestly.
You have made
All
your
right.
choice. You've reached that threshold. The money is safe.
All right. And Marble Sky for the previous question
Now
says,
that you've
I am
released
German.
the
So,
pressure,
yeah,
here's
I
a new
should
question.
listen to them about that. And you guys got that one right, most of you. Morse Code Food, Krabby, Verena, Gino, McNinja Hack. Thanks for joining us, by the way. Hope you're enjoying your giveaway that you won on the one of the earlier streams. Bippo Lit, Flying Car, Mythical Phoenix Heart, Jacob White, all got it right. All right, next question. In 2010, the Verdi Opera was performed in front of the pyramids. Oh, which Verdi Opera? In 2010, which Verdi Opera was performed in front of the pyramids at Giza in Egypt? So I've heard of a couple of these operas, but that doesn't really help me at all because the question is not about the operas themselves or about Verdi. It's about which one. It's about this modern day performance, which I don't know. So I'm going to have to cheat on this one. So it's asking, this is more like current events, actually. Which Verdi opera was performed in front of the pyramids? That sounds pretty cool. I've got my Ask the Audience, and I've got my 50-50. So does anybody happen to know this? And you guys are telling me Bippo Lit and Verena, Ethiopia, Eastern Africa, which both fit for Abyssinia. Thank you for that. Okay. McNinja Hack says my Bible study's coming in clutch. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us, y'all. Danny XD and others. All right. So we've got this opera question here. And again, knowing these operas doesn't really help. It's more of a current events thing. Like which one was performed in 2010, just 15 years ago now, at Giza in Egypt in front of the pyramids. So let's see what you guys think about this. Miss T says, I'm guessing Ada because I think it's Egyptian. Okay, well that would make sense. Krabby's guessing Otello. Bippo Lit, this should be easy for a music guy. Yeah, but I've heard of a couple of these operas, but knowing the opera doesn't help so much, except for Ida, I guess, because that's one I don't actually know about. And Miss T says that it's Egyptian. Verena saying Ida, which if it is Egyptian, that would totally make sense, rather than just doing a random opera, Verdi opera, at that place of all places. Rapid Transit says D. Verena says Ida is one of my favorites. Well, they would know, I guess. Miss T says D again. Yeah, okay. Verena says D like 3 times, so I think that's probably the... Okay. Okay, 4 times. Miss T said it twice. Rapid Transit says D. I think we're going D. Okay. So, I guess that settles it. Oh, I'm supposed to use a cheat, aren't I? Yeah. All right, let's play fair.
You decided to appeal to the audience.
Let's see what this fake audience says. They say D as well. All right. D,
It's D,
final
I think.
answer. Thank
It's
you, everybody.
Is that your final answer?
That will be my final answer.
All right.
If this is your final answer,
Draw it out on
let's
purpose.
hope it's the correct answer. That's what
All right.
you were looking for.
Got it. Got it.
That's
Got it.
right.
So thank you guys
And
for
boom,
that.
One more answer. Ha-ha.
Yep. We had Rapid Transit and Miss T and Verena and a couple others give it right. Actually,
Now
just
let's
those.
go to the
Just
next
those 3
question, if you don't
get
mind.
it right. A mercer would mainly trade in which type of goods? Glassware, textiles, silverware, and grain. So I don't know this. I do know there's a lot of trade names that come from like the medieval period, and like Cooper, for instance, is someone who makes barrels, but we don't have that anymore, so you don't hear that word anymore. Mercer. A mercer. I don't know. I really don't. Glassware, textiles, silverware, or grain. Grain would be like a miller, right? Or milling the wheat like into grain, I think is a miller. But the other ones, I don't know. Silverware, glassware, I don't know. Let's see what you guys think. You guys are starting to weigh in here. Let's see. Yep, Verena got the last one right for sure. All right, Nick Ronka says grain. I think that's a Miller. I think that's correct. Sketchbook is guessing A. Miss T says she wants to say C. No idea why. Larry says, I miss Regis on the show. He would ask like 10 times, are you sure? That's a lot of money. Think about it. Yeah, he would do that. He would say that was half the entertainment, seeing just the conversation between them. And I often wondered, like, how did they time it, right? Because I think it was a 1 hour long show. I guess they just had contestants waiting, because each game, some games would last like 5 minutes because the person would miss an easy question, but some of them would go on forever. And when you got up to the high amounts, they would really agonize over it, which, hey, I totally understand. And he wouldn't really rush them, but they would just sort of sit there and stare at each other, and he would talk about what he would do with the money. The contestant, he or she would talk about that, and then Regis would say stuff like that, Larry Jester just said. There was like, that's a lot of money. What do you want to, we would say different things to kind of see what the contestant was thinking. All right, so you guys have weighed in. Zach TG says B. Gino says B. Federation says B. Jacob White says B. Flying Car says B. The Real Fan says A. McNinja Hack says not glassware. And then Anime Lover, thanks for playing, by the way, says glassware. So you got glassware, not glassware, glassware. Brian Hicks says B. Miss T says changing to B from her previous choice. Rowan says B. Okay, some interesting stuff here. Moore's Code Food says, I think it's textiles because that's what merchants would sell. Others have specialized salespeople. Yeah, I guess it does say trading and which type of goods. Verena says, my sister's degree is in fashion design. I remember helping her study for tests. It's textiles B. Yeah. That's she's got some added knowledge here, or not added knowledge, but specialized knowledge here. That sounds pretty solid. Let's see what everybody else thinks. Gollum's Victory says that's interesting. John Smith said, did you see the video I put in Discord about cheaters in the UK? If it's there, I'll go back and check it out. Gollum's Victory says he thinks B. Rapid Transit says B. Nick Ronka says everyone is saying textiles. Larry Jester says, I just say random stuff. Okay. All right. So, but Verena had some inside knowledge. So I think B. Now, what cheat do I have left? 50-50. It's sort of cheating, but I'm going to go with you all's answer. I really want to keep this game going because I'm just not ready to stop yet. So I'm going to see if you guys are right. I'd be surprised if we made it to the end on normal anyway. These questions are pretty tough. All right. Let's do it.
Final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
All right. Yep.
Got it right.
You guys were right.
done.
Thank you, Verena
no,
and Miss
you
T
don't
and
really
Rowan
need to
and Brian
scare me
Hicks
like that, okay?
and several others who gave that answer. All right. Yeah, Verena says, please
This
don't
new
let me be
question
wrong
is
after
now
all that
waiting
hype.
for you to be answered
Thankfully
with
not.
flying colors.
Okay, next. What is a gourgain which appears in some traditional Quebec recipes? Don't know anything about cooking. I just don't. So, particularly high level or very specific question like this, I'm assuming this is going to be like a French-Canadian thing because of the Quebec reference. So, it's asking... So the gourgain is an ingredient used in some Quebec or French-Canadian recipes. So is it a green bean, a fava bean, which I'm not even sure what that is, a lentil, or a pea? I don't know. And this is something I would be surprised, unless one of you guys are maybe French-Canadian or just know a lot about that cuisine. All right, I'm seeing different answers. So... we're going to use a 50-50 cheat. And plus, I feel bad about not using a cheat for the previous question, even though I relied on you guys for the answer. So let's do it. 50-50.
Okay,
Let's do it.
we will take 2 incorrect answers away.
All right, so there you go. So, real fan, sorry, you weren't right. Zach TG was kind of guessing, it looks like, with the question mark. Andrew Wookamere said it's either A, B, C, or D. Yeah, that sounds good. So most of you guys don't know this one. This is a really obscure question. So it's either, we've got a 50-50 chance here. So it's either a fava bean, whatever that is, or a pea. And I'm looking at this word. There's not really a question or a clue that I can see that kind of tells you what it would be. Some sort of, I do not know what a fava bean is. Maybe you guys do and I don't, but I don't know. Pea, I know what a pea is. I mean, I do know what kind of, I do know what a pea is. So, there's no clue here as to what it would actually be. So, you guys are saying B now. So if I were to guess, I would probably guess B, only because it's a more, it seems like a more exotic or rare type of item. A pea, I mean, it could be a type of pea, but a fava bean, that's what I would guess, just simply because it's a little more specific, and this is a very obscure question. So I'm probably going to go with B. Krabby and Larry and Verena say B. Federation guess B. Jacob White and Zach TG and Rapid Transit and Blue Destroyer all say B. So let's do it. So fava bean.
I'm choosing B.
Yep, I'm choosing B.
Now to the most important
Final
question. You
Yep.
figured it out perfectly.
We got it.
Nice answer.
However, we have no cheats left.
And
No real
boom,
cheats.
One more answer. Ha-ha.
Okay, can we do it? Can we do it? So how many questions are there left?
Now let's go to the next question, if you don't mind.
What is the name of Gideon and Honest John Tavern in Pinocchio? The Red Lobster Inn, the Red Herring Inn, the Blue Shark Inn, the Blue Whale Inn. I think it's
Wait. I have to
Is it
reread
D?
it from the beginning.
Blue Whale Inn. I'm not sure,
Well.
though. I'm not sure. All right, so which question is this? This is the $250,000 question, so this is the third to last question. All right. What is the name of Gideon and Honest John's Tavern in Pinocchio? So, I've seen the movie. I've seen the movie a very long time ago. The Red Herring Inn, the Blue Shark Inn. I think if I were to guess without any sort of extra insight, I would guess D. Because it just seems more familiar to me somehow. The Red Lobster Inn just sounds like a nice restaurant. The Red Herring Inn, the Blue Shark Inn, the Blue Whale Inn, for some reason, jumps out at me. So, what do you guys think? Let's see. D makes logical sense, in my opinion, says Krabby. Moore's Code Food says, I grew up on fava beans and they're delicious. I just don't have experience with those, but that sounds. I'll have to take your word for it. I'll have to remember that next time I get that chance. Sketchbook is guessing B. Clay says A. Federation D. We're all over the place here. A. Because I heard Red Lobster somewhere. Yeah. I have too. Anime Lover 36X says B. Gollum says D. Flying Car said I think I want to say it's D for some reason. I don't know if that's right or not, but Anna says it could be called the Blue Whale Inn because there's a blue whale in the movie. Yeah. Yeah, they get eaten, I think, or swallowed. But for some reason, that just jumps out at me on some kind of subconscious level. So I'm going to say D. If it's wrong, that's okay. That's all right. I've still enjoyed playing, but maybe it's not. Let's go D, final
Okay,
answer.
A choice has to be made. I'm going to say D.
It's too late to change
Is
it.
that your final?
All right, let's see.
That's my final answer.
Clay says it's A.
The choice is made. It's
Hope
time to
not.
discover the right answer.
Is it D or A? Ah, it's A.
Wrong
It's
answer.
A. Okay.
Well, the
Well,
old nanny
that's
goat
all right.
is up to her old tricks.
All right.
Oh,
so
that's a disaster.
I'm going to
You were
mute
piling
this
along,
audio for
but-
just a minute. So let's see how you guys did. Let me turn this down. It's in my ear. All right. So a few of you got it right. Who got that one right? Who should I have listened to? I should have listened to Clay. Larry Jester said A. And in the end, Blue Destroyer was right. A. I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was D, the Blue Whale Inn. It sounded right. So Rapid Transit got it right. I should have listened to Clay. He said it's A. I watched the movie. Yep. Which I watched it too, but it was a very long time ago. Flying Car said Red Lobster felt like a fake answer. Yes, that's exactly what I thought. Because of the restaurant chain, obviously. But yeah, Larry says the movie predated the restaurant. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a very old movie. All right, so I'm going to end the game there. If there's anything, if y'all have any last-minute questions or requests for new content, I'll let y'all put that in the chat, and I'll stay on for just a couple more minutes and read some chat messages, and then I'll end the stream. So this was kind of a special day. I usually would not be able to do a stream at this time, but most schools are out today due to the President's Day holiday. If you live in the U.S., today's a national holiday, President's Day. Tomorrow, we back on my regular video schedule. I'll have Ned's Declassified. Well, you guys saw the community post probably. You've got Friday, Mermaid Man, and Barnacle Boy 3. Many people asked, well, why did you do the third one? Like a lot of SpongeBob fans asked that. They said you should have done the first and the second one. And that's really because a bunch of people requested it. For some reason, they requested the third one only. And I think it's because SpongeBob goes to goodness school, and it's sort of, it's not really a school, but they do try and teach him. It is extremely funny. I'll say that. I really had a good time with that one. And then Saturday is Big Time Rush. It's a show that a lot of people have requested a particular episode called Big Time School of Rock. That one was pretty funny too. So I'm looking forward to those videos. If you're an honor roll level channel member, you have them right now. So do take advantage of that if you're a member. So let me read some chat messages where we left off. Several of you got that last question right, but several of you got it wrong, and you were guessing D with me. So I'll read some chat messages here, and then I'll end the stream. So Nick Ronca says victorious. A lot of people... Are you saying... I don't know if he's saying victorious in the game or victorious the show. I think he's saying victorious the show. So a lot of people have requested that show, the show about high school art school. And I do plan to do that one because I'm a musician or former music teacher, and I was actually an administrator at a high school art school for 2 years. So there was a school that I worked at as an assistant principal, actually, that is a high school art school, just like in Victorious. So I can't wait to get into that one. It's just that I really only have 1 day a week where I can do something different other than Ned's and SpongeBob. So I will try and do maybe the first episode or a different episode on some Saturday or another. I also plan on doing Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and there's a few other ones, Danny Phantom and Jimmy Neutron. There's other ones that are on my list that just haven't had the chance to get reacted to yet. All right, let me read the rest of the chat messages, and then we'll wrap up here. So Zach TG says, see you next time. I hope you enjoyed playing. I do appreciate you, Zach, for being such a fan of the channel for such a long time. The Real Fan says the Family Feud stream on Sunday. I don't know if I can do that on Sunday. It's rare that I'm able to do a video or anything like that on Sunday. I usually do a community post. But Family Feud, I'll look into that. Star Brothers Rescue Team. It was a great stream. Glad to have attended it. Yeah, I'm glad you were here also. Clay says UK version next stream. Yep, you've got it. We'll do it next stream, UK version. Nick Ronca, yeah, I'll get around to Victorious. It's definitely on my list. Bippo Lid, I think someone needs to make a mod where Brandon is the contestant or where we are the contestants and Brandon is the host. That would be pretty funny. I don't know that's possible, but that would be pretty funny. Zach TG says, can't wait for the drama at the dance in Ned's tomorrow. Yeah, that episode, was pretty significant. I enjoyed reacting to it. Can't wait for the video to come out. Verena says, the school-related episodes of the original Sailor Moon series. So, Verena, I did produce a reaction to a Sailor Moon episode. However, it's been stuck in copyright dispute. So, and it's actually Sailor Moon Crystal. I could not find the original Sailor Moon. I don't know anywhere that has it. If you know somewhere that has it, let me know. But I had to do the Crystal, which is, someone told me it's like the same thing, but it's newer. It's like a different style, but I don't understand it myself. But the episode that I did was about cram school. It was like the second or third episode. It was early on where they have this cram school that one of the other characters goes to. It was pretty entertaining. It was pretty wild, but it was pretty entertaining at the same time. As soon as that gets out of copyright dispute, which I'm anticipating another week for that, then I plan to release it on a Saturday, maybe even the next Saturday in roughly 2 weeks from now. Let's see. Gollum's Victory says, I like your streams. Also President's Day. I'm in support of the protests. I'm glad people still have the right to do that peacefully. And I don't talk politics on the channel, but I absolutely support the right to do that, of course. All right. What else? Anna Waymeyer, I don't think the first or second are necessary to see beforehand. I'm not sure what she was referring to there. Nick says, I think they requested the third. Oh, you mean Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. All right, Gollum's Victory is leaving. If you're still here, hope you have a great day. Miss T says, I second Sailor Moon. Teachers were so rude to Usagi. Yeah, Sailor Moon's a-coming. Hopefully in about a week or so. It's all ready to go. It's all ready to be released. It just has to clear the copyright dispute process. Larry Jester says, Rugrats, where Dee Dee takes Tommy to school. Little Dude. Everybody keeps asking for that Little Dude episode, so I'm going to have to take a look at that eventually. McNinja Hack says, YouTube recommends Fillmore. There's a lot of extended disbelief, but great lessons on second chances. Okay, and Fillmore's come up a few times in the comments. Absolutely. Andrew, how did your family illness go, or how are they all doing? Everybody's well. Thank you for asking that. Marble Sky says, thanks as always. Thanks as always to you for attending the stream. Longest channel member. Blue Destroyer says, Freaky Friday. Watched it a long time ago, but if there were school scenes, I think that's what they said. And yeah, I think there are. I think that's where Lindsay Lohan and her mom switch bodies or something like that. But that may be possible. Verena seconds Fillmore. Anna Waymeyer says, hopefully we'll get some Hey Arnold, Recess, or Danny Phantom soon. Yeah, we will. Again, Saturday is kind of my one day to do something different. So once a week, that's my day to do something different, which I did do an episode of King of the Hill, if you're a fan of that show. But it, too, is stuck in copyright dispute. And how that works, most of my videos do get a copyright claim, and there's a whole process to that I don't have time to go into. Sometimes it takes a day or two. Sometimes it takes 30 days, which is the max. So it just depends. Nick Ronka mentions Ant Farm from Disney Channel. Thank you for that. Jacob White says Zoe 101. And what I think I'm going to do, Jacob, is a lot of people have asked for Zoe 101. And so a few people said, hey, when you get done with Ned's Declassified, why don't you just do Zoe 101? So I think that's what I may do. Granted, it's going to be a while before I finish Ned's, but I think Zoe 101, if enough people want it, which it seems like they do, may end up replacing Ned's Declassified eventually. Okay, and Verena, yep, I didn't forget about that. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's just now that the channel has grown a bit, there's just a lot of suggestions. So I do have that on my list, and I have a feeling you'll see it sometime soon. Anna Waymeyer says that Rugrats episode Little Dude is a must. Soft Squishy Shuga says, can't wait for Victorious. It's coming. It's coming. How do I know that? Because a lot of people have recommended it. And 9 times out of 10, if I'm making a video, it's going to be based on viewer recommendations. And just a lot of people have recommended that. All right, Gollum's Victory. If you're still here, we'll see you next time. Brian Hicks says, Little Dude takes place in high school. Well, now I have to do it. I have to do that. So I'll put that on my list. Morse Code Food says, when Brandon phones a friend, why don't we do an actual YouTube poll? Then it becomes like a second version of the audience poll. Yeah, that's good. I am using another streaming software that goes through YouTube, so I'll have to figure that out. I'm still not the best as far as technical streaming stuff or the settings and getting all that right. So I'll have to play around with it to figure out how to do that. Sketchbook likes that idea, the poll. Verena says, I know where to find the original series. Okay, yep, send that to me if you can, and I will check it out. But I couldn't find it. All I could find was Crystal to do. But I do have an episode ready to be released. It'll be released probably in a week or two. I'll be able to release it. Let's see. Bippolit, cheers. We'll drink Pepsi Cherry to Brandon. Thank you very much for that. Soft Squishy, I love that you're still going strong with SpongeBob. Yep. One of the most popular series on the channel, and people just, even though I've gone through all the boating school ones, they just like seeing me react to the regular episodes. Very funny, many of them. Most of them are. Larry Jester, I like when the part where the football star freaks out. I just had this watched. Not sure what that's from. Gollum's Victory, sorry about the political part. It was on my mind. That's fine. No problem. No worries, Gollum's Victory. Anna Waymeyer wanting to ask how your family was doing. Yeah, I appreciate that. They're doing good. Thank you. But it did sort of interrupt the stream, but that's okay. Brian Hicks, I suggested Little Dude a while ago. Yeah, I know that. It's not the first time I've heard it. It's just it's starting to gain traction, and the more I see it from different people, the more likely it is I will do it. Morse Code Food says, oh, wow, I love King of the Hill. Great choice with a lot of school episodes from Bobby and Peggy. The one I ended up doing was called No Bobby Left Behind. And King of the Hill, there's a couple of those episodes that were suggested that because of the content, I wouldn't really want to do. But that one was okay. It's all about standardized testing. It brings up some really interesting issues in education. But that's coming in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Blue Destroyer says, I enjoy Zoe 101. I do plan on doing it after Ned's. Nick Ronca says, the last episode of Ned's is an hour-long special. Makes sense. Larry Jester, any chance you may do any more Doug episodes? Yeah, I did like the one that I did, and I am kind of partial to that show. I grew up seeing it come on. So, and there's a few other episodes that people have recommended, so I do plan on eventually doing it. As you can tell with all these suggestions, there's a lot of competition between different things. Morse Code Food, a YouTube mod can create the poll here as long as you can see the chat while streaming. I'll have to look into it. Again, I'm fairly new to the streaming part of YouTube, and so I'll have to just play around with the settings. I thought about those of you who are channel members doing maybe a small members-only stream just to give, really for me, a chance to play around with the settings and make sure I can do those things correctly before doing a public stream. Sketchbook seconds the Fillmore request. Kieran Kissinger, thanks for joining us, by the way, mentions Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, people have mentioned that before, and it's probably not going to be possible on the channel, but I'll see. Krabby says goodbye, and Matt Laffey says need more My Hero Academia. Yeah, I do plan to go back to that. I really enjoyed that series, actually, of all the different anime. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here. I do thank you all for joining me on this stream. I had a lot of fun on this one, playing the game with you all. This one's one I could stand to do again, actually. I probably won't do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader again, but this one was really good. I plan to do this one again. Maybe give it a little bit of time, 2-3 weeks. We can come back to this game. We can do something different next time. But thank you all for joining us. I see in the chat you all are saying goodbye. I appreciate all of your support and all of your participation in the game. I hope you had fun. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you for watching. We had a lot of fun. Please join us on the next stream. But I'll end it here. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. Thanks for joining us once again here on School Principal Reacts. This has been Brandon, and I'll see you on the next video tomorrow, Tuesday, for Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. I'll see you then, and have a great rest of your day. President's Day if you live in the U.S. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.